Israel and Iran, from allies to enemies, a complete story. Dark background, archival footage of 1970s Iran and Israel, shaking hands, oil tankers, and military equipment. The story of Israel and Iran is one of the most dramatic shifts in modern history, from secret allies in the 1970s to bitter enemies locked in open war by 2025. The Islamic Revolution 1979 footage of protests in Tehran, Ayatollah Khomeini returning, burning Israeli flags. Everything changed in 1979. The Islamic Revolution swept away the Shah. Ayatollah Khomeini declared Israel the little Satan and broke all ties. Iran's new policy was clear: total opposition to Israel's existence. Proxy wars begin. 1980s-1990s footage of Lebanese civil war, Hezbollah fighters, Israeli tanks in Lebanon. In the 1980s, while Iran fought Saddam Hussein in the Iran-Iraq War, it also began building its network of proxies. The most powerful, Hezbollah in Lebanon, became Iran's front line against Israel. Escalation to 1920-3 drone footage, missile strikes in Syria, assassinations, protests in Iran from 2019 onwards, clashes grew deadlier. Israel bombed Iranian bases in Syria. Iran accused Israel of assassinating top figures like nuclear scientist Mohsen Fakhrizadeh in 2020 and IRGC officer Syed Kodai in 2022. Meanwhile, cyber attacks and maritime strikes disrupted global trade. Graphic map: Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, arrows showing conflict zones. The War of 2025 June montage. Missile launches, Iron Dome interceptions, destroyed buildings, U.S. fighter jets. On June 13, 2025, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, striking Iranian nuclear and military facilities. Tehran retaliated with waves of ballistic missiles and drones, some breaking through Israel's air defenses. 9 days later, the U.S. entered the war with Operation Midnight Hammer, targeting Iran's nuclear sites in Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan. Cut to casualty numbers on screen: civilians, soldiers, displaced people. The war lasted only 12 days, but it left thousands dead, cities in ruins, and the Middle East on edge. Aftermath in future. July 2025. Now footage of destroyed cities, diplomatic meetings, protests in Iran. A U.S. brokered ceasefire ended the fighting on June 24, 2025, but the war reshaped the region. Iran, weakened militarily and economically, faces internal pressure. Israel, though victorious militarily, remains under threat from Iran's surviving proxies. Visual: Iranian nuclear sites smoking, Israeli cities under alert, protesters on streets. The conflict that began with secret cooperation in the 1970s has now exploded into direct war, and while a fragile ceasefire holds, the story of Israel and Iran is far from over. Somber music, split screen, Israeli flags at half-mast, Iranian mourners, destroyed cities. In the Middle East, peace remains a dream, and the Israel-Iran rivalry, a fire that refuses to die.